Stage 3 cancer plus bone cancer.
8 months ago, I got my breast removed, and now they're saying that there may be more cancer that has spread to my bones. I pray that they made a mistake and that the lesion turns up, and that the radiographer was wrong with his suggestion of it being bone cancer. Maybe someone else will come along and say, hey, actually, it's not, we made a mistake. That would be good news. How likely is that going to happen? The first time I was diagnosed with the cancer, it was stage 3 aggressive cancer. And even though it took 12 to 14 months, I was still very optimistic that there was going to be a cure. And I thought if the cancer did come back, it probably would be when I'm elderly. Well, it turns out that 8 months after having surgery, they're talking about me having bone cancer. And my understanding is that the charities don't want to deal with it. So I find out this information. It's not like I have a friend that I can tell this information to. There's no one there. So it's a scary one. The radiographer believes that it's metastatic bone cancer, and that came from the breast cancer. They're going to try more chemotherapy and more radiation. They can't give me a biopsy because they said that bone is too tough to try and get a biopsy from. So they're going off scans, which is the CT scan and an MRI scan. Bring you into the office first, and they say, we believe that it is this is concerning. They never can say 100%. They're very experienced, they know what they're doing. They've seen this time and time again, and it shows up as a lesion on my bone. Anyway, so when I had the first cancer, they said that they needed to go very hard on me. And then I had 21 rounds of radiation. I was quite sick with that. I had problems with walking, getting up and down stairs and footpaths. Sometimes I'd go 2 weeks without a shower because I wasn't able to get into my bathtub. And I struggled with eating because of the nausea. Yes, they give you lots of medication to take to try and bring down the side effects, but the side effects are still there even with the pain relief. A lot of people tend to come on and say to me online that there's so much help out there, and that isn't the case. For counselling, you can't have pre-existing anxiety, and if you do have any pre-existing mental health difficulties, they will turn you away. They won't give you any counselling. When I had the first cancer, the breast cancer, I tried to reach out to the charities, but many of them won't really give any support. I was looking to put a floor down and to put up a garden fence, because the room that I do be in, I could be in the bed for up to a week at times after treatment due to nausea and body pain. And there isn't a window there, so I was thinking to just have a garden fence would be okay to stop people from coming in. So as I'm not working, I was trying to go to a charity or someone local that would maybe help me to build it. All the Age Action, you have to be 65 to use them. And other charities said that you don't do that, mostly for elderly. And then with the first cancer, there was a lot of ghosting people, and there isn't charities out there unless you're 60, 65, then they're willing to help. And as for home help or community nurse to help you with shopping, getting in and out of the shower or the bathtub, that isn't there either. It doesn't matter how ill you are, they still will say no, because a lot of times it's down to their policy, which is 60, 65 for them to give you those services. So I don't know how chemo is going to affect my body this time around. if I am having a lot of nausea and body pain like before, and nosebleeds and diarrhea, migraines, getting up and down steps, or trouble with walking, breathing, having difficulties putting clothes into the washing machine, or having to change my clothes, I'd be very weak, have a problem with breathing, difficulties with breathing. All that would require someone to help you, and home help will not give those services. And I know this for a fact because the hospital has reached out a number of times to refer me to home help worker in the Cancer Society, and they rang up many of charities. They've rang up different places that would have fun. They all basically said no, it's down to age. Or if it's a community thing, you give money to a charity. It's not based on individual, it's maybe community events. So if anyone tells you that they have cancer, don't ghost them, don't ignore them. I understand you don't know what to say to them. Send them a card or a bunch of flowers. You don't have to intrude on their personal space or turn up to their home. They're overwhelmed, they're probably having treatment where they're very ill, and they're probably not able to entertain you by inviting you into their home, making you cups of tea and whatever else. They're not going to be well for that. They're going to need their own personal space, and the best thing is to send them a card of flowers and say, hey, I'm just thinking of you.